Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and I'd like to welcome you to my new channel. I decided to start this channel because I am bored. I've been laid up in the hospital or at the house with that C pneumonia for the past month, and I am about to lose my mind. I have nothing to do. So I've got a few projects here at the house that I could be taking care of, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be recording for y'all today. The first thing that I'm going to be working on is I've got a 2010 Ford Focus that I'm currently sitting in that the ignition switch is just absolutely horrible. You actually have to press in on both sides of the steering column in order for it to crank. Other than that, I have a few other projects that as the money comes in, I'll get to and I'll record it for y'all. If y'all like it, if not, I'll probably take this or just end this. So I have to replace all three of my outside doors in my house. They're not to the point where I just absolutely have to do it now, but eventually I will have to get to it. There's, other than the ignition switch on my 2010 Ford Focus, I also have to replace tensioner pulley and the belt because it's squeaking like crazy. I also have, let me walk over here. I don't really know what I'm doing with this camera here. Never actually recorded on my phone before. So I've got a 2008 Suzuki Boulevard here that has rust holes in the fuel tank. I'm going to be taking care of that. I've got this 2003 F-150. It's the first truck I ever bought on my own. My wife won't let me sell it, so I'm going to turn it into an overlander vehicle. Also, in this area right here, I am going to be building a shop. You know, as the money comes in, I'll get it done. As long as my wife lets me do it. Whew. It's hard to breathe walking around. So I decided to do something I can sit down with. So on my 2010 Ford Focus, I have already disconnected the negative terminal on my battery. You always want to do the negative terminal excuse me, because the electrons move from most negative to most positive. It's the way electricity works. Excuse me. Let me catch my breath a little bit. So, you know, you want to remove the negative terminal because this is the most negative thing in your vehicle. It's kind of like your ex. You want to get that out of the way. Remove that from the situation. Some people might say you don't have to, but I've been an electronics technician for excuse me, many years, and I've seen what electricity does to a printed circuit board. And these new vehicles have printed, or newer vehicles have printed circuit boards everywhere. And I don't want to have to spend more money replacing a part because I did something stupid. But to get back to the situation at hand here, let me try and figure this out, how to do this. Underneath the steering column, there are a few holes. I can find the bolt. It's a 5.5 millimeter. For some reason, Ford decided to go with the smallest bolt they could possibly find. There's 3 of them here. Let me try not to break my phone with it. It's already cracked. You just remove these 3 bolts. And it'll be easier to pull that down. Let me get that out the way. My list of stuff to do today. Pull this up. Ooh, that's pretty dirty down there. And then underneath, come over here this side. Pull it off the cylinder. Pull it down. Sorry guys, this is my first time recording with anything really. I'm gonna try and get it off. Let's see if I can get an angle on it. So I'm gonna try and get it off of this tilt steering here. If I had both hands, it'd be easier. I know y'all probably heard that a lot on YouTube. You know, let me pause this and come back to it real quick. All right, everyone, I'm back. I had to take this piece off right here. Apparently, it just pops out from underneath it. Didn't know that just popped out, but there we go. Anyway, this piece right here is the ignition switch that goes bad. There's many videos on it on YouTube. This is just the way I'm doing it. Supposedly you can take some electrical tape, and once I get this off of here, take this screwdriver. There's a tab in there somewhere. It's gonna be kind of difficult. Let's see if I can prop y'all up with my knee. Nope. There we go. There's one tab. And then underneath right here, there's another tab. Push in. Pretty much it's loose. And pull it off. And this right here is your ignition switch. It's kind of chewed up. And supposedly, this little rod right here, if you wrap a little electrical tape and put it back on there, it should work. But I went to good old AutoZone, picked up this $55 piece. It's a little bit better. Tolerances are a little tighter there. I've got to this would be much better if I actually had a camera. I'm going to edit most of this out. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but it's now straight up and down. It's got the small one up on, small notch up on top, big notch on bottom. That's the way you want it. Let's look at it here. Oh, this one looks like it's been used. This is a new one right here. Oh, I might be taking that back. If it doesn't work right, I will take it back. But to get it back in, you first gotta, oh, Butterfinger. Gotta slide that in. And slide that in, and then push it in. That's it. It's in. Replace this. And then before I put everything back together, I'm going to put the negative terminal back on. This little sparky thing here. I need to replace this terminal because it is not a 10 anymore, if it even was one. It's not a 9. Just getting corroded. So far, this vehicle has been a pretty good vehicle. All I've had to do was replace the valve cover gasket, and you know, basic maintenance on it. It's got 240,000 miles on it. All right, moment of truth. Well, worked pretty well. Turn that. All right, that's it. Now we just repeat the steps backwards, and that's all she wrote. Yeah, I'd like to thank y'all for joining me today if you did. I'm not going to do that whole YouTube thing where you beg people to hit like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Well, I'll see y'all in the next video.